I got one last question since we're talking political, a little bit of political. I know you was a big staunch Bernie Sanders supporter, which
Still do.
I was,
I
yeah,
still do, yeah.
which was fantastic. I like a lot of stuff that Bernie was.
I pivoted to Nina Turner, and I think that people should be put behind her. I really see her as the de facto leader of the progressive movement now.
I think Bernie was. I think Bernie's age did his. I think his look did his thing to me. I'm being honest with you. I just felt like he just seemed to be a little old. We wasn't sure if he was going to still be around or not.
Who, Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders. Yes, Bernie Sanders looked old. He looked very old.
He looked old? He does 3 miles a day. He can shoot basketball.
Well, he don't show that on TV.
Yes, he does.
I don't see it.
Yeah, you just weren't looking.
No, okay.
That was your white side.
Okay.
If
I know.
That old man, pretty spry, man. He pretty spry.
Okay.
The guy we got up there now, jittering. I be thinking they holding him up with a cane.
Let me ask you that. Okay,
yeah, that's the motherfucker that's old.
Okay. Do you think that he has let down black people?
Who?
Biden.
Has he let down black people?
Well,
he might have let down black people. He ain't let down me. I knew what we was getting.
You knew you was getting?
Yeah, I knew what we was getting.
Because black people thought it was going to be an extension of Obama.
No, they didn't.
You crazy.
Black people didn't think.
What'd you say?
Well, if they thought he was going to get an extension of Obama, they was exactly right. Somebody who's not going to do very much for your community.
Do you think Trump did more for black community than what's that?
I would rather deal with the devil I know. And what I mean by that is, there's a book called The Devil You Know.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys should check it out. I think I'm saying the name of that book. I'll make sure I send you the book. But it's
Okay.
somebody Google that. The book, The Devil You Know. Yeah.
It'll come up across the.
And I want to say that because people need to see this book because it's a call for blacks to remigrate in the South. It's a call for blacks to remigrate in the South and to try to politically dominate in the South. Blacks should be dominating in places like Tampa, Birmingham, Charleston, Jacksonville, Savannah, and we should be dominating with a black agenda. But what I mean is, for the first time in my lifetime, I saw with Trump a casino owner, a business person, someone who was just looking to cut a deal.
Okay.
And I feel like we had a better chance of cutting a deal between him and Biden with him. I didn't vote for him. I didn't necessarily want him to win, but I'm like, man, being a kid who had been in the streets, I'm like, he'll cut a deal. The other guy not going to cut no deal because the other guy, Auntie told him they got the bag. He's not going to even listen to us.
Right.
And so I think Biden has been who he has been this whole time. I think he is the same politician that invoked the word super predator. I think he is the same politician that pushed for disproportionate sentencing between crack and cocaine. I think he's arrogant. I think he is ignorant, and I think he does not have the best of our community in mind. Nor do I think the black advisors he has. I think they have the best for the black Democratic community. But I grew up in a black community that had Democrats, Republicans. Again, my heroes and villains. The same neighborhood I grew up in birthed some of the strongest black Democrat supporters. Also produced Herman Cain.
Oh wow!
So for me, my thing is where can we get something? So I don't think that the Democratic Party has in the last 60 years done right by black folks.
Okay.
I think that black Democrats, like Marion Barry, have done right. I think Maynard has done right. Andy has done right. I think that we've had, was it David Washington in Chicago or New York? Whichever.
Washington, Dinkins.
Dinkins. I'm saying Dinkins.
That's your black side.
Yeah. So yeah. Negro.
Washington.
But I think that we've had some black Democrats that tried their best. But as a party, I think the Democratic Party could do much better by us. And I think that if the Democratic Party and their leadership does not do better by black people, I think what they're going to start to see is in pockets, black men in particular start to exit that party for other options. So I would advise black Democrats, because I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I'm whatever I need to be on a local level to advance my people. And in Atlanta, that means more often than not, I voted for black Democrats. But I voted for the black Democrats that I thought had more for me locally. But I'd like to encourage black people nationally and globally to lean into politicians that are willing to negotiate with you, because politicians don't like you. We have an oligarchy in this country. We have a political community in this country that believe themselves above you. They believe their children better than yours. They believe that they should share more of the resources. They believe that people who receive TANF or welfare should take drug tests, that Congress and Senate should not. So they obviously feel themselves better than you. And if you're going to be voting these people in office, what are you going to get in return? You got to start handling them like a baby mama. what you got for me? And if you ain't got nothing for me, I'm gonna raise hell about it.
And we got to start doing them every 2-year voting too, because we go out that 4 year every 4 year for the president.
Your Congress
as soon as the
people,
2-year local level comes,
and you got to vote down the ballot. You got to know who's running for prosecutor, who's running for judge. If you're in Atlanta right now, or it's DeKalb County, Chief Judge Asha Jackson's running again. I'll be supporting her.
Okay.
You know, you gotta make sure that you know the people. You know, who the judges gave your cousin 30 years. And why aren't you organized and getting that motherfucker voted out?
Yeah, that's so right. I just worked for this young. I'm so mad. I forgot her name. She's in Birmingham, Alabama. She's working for being a circuit court judge, and she was telling me how she's there to help people not get so many long sentences that don't deserve them. She's fighting that. I was like, wow, I didn't really think about that as much. Like, you know, she's a circuit court judge that she has guidelines to go by, but make sure it don't get extended. You know, something foolish. Absolutely. Last question on that is, who do you see in the future? Do you have an eye on somebody for the presidency in the future, in the next 2 years?
No.
No.
I would like to see Nina Turner run for United States president. I'd like to see the first black woman president of the United States.
Stacey Adams.
I'd like to see Nina Turner be the president of the United States of America because Stacey's running for governor. And if Stacey wins for governor, I don't want her to exit a gubernatorialship to chase a presidency, because that just means that a gubernatorialship was all about ego and pride, and I don't believe her to be full of ego and pride. So on a practical level, she's running for governor this year. If she wins that governorship, it's not about a popularity. It's not about pop culture. It's about who can effectively get in. And if the leader of the progressive movement right now, by de facto, is Nina Turner, that's who black people should be supporting to be president of the United States.
If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. Boom. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?